program contains graphic material, including offensive language. Discretion is advised.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Your nighttime, right time DJ Music. And I do apologize about the last little broadcast over there. I was trying to bring that to you live, but internet was messing with me, and it was Borging, and it was doing all kinds of things. So let me go ahead and get back to what I was talking about. I'll record this. This is actually recorded, so I'm gonna just upload, and you folks can enjoy it from there. But as you can see, what the title is right there: cop charged for kicking homeless man in the head. He was charged, felony charge, as you guys got the gist of it from the broadcast earlier. So let's go back and revisit this. Let's start this over from the actual video again, okay?
No, nobody cares what you're saying.
No, nobody cares what you do either.
Not really.
You understand that?
Yeah, I'm not the one out here complaining.
No, that was a say. Nobody cares what you do anymore.
I know, nobody
cares what you do anymore. You understand that?
Lean back.
Nobody cares what you do anymore.
Lean back.
I'm gonna lean back with you home.
Well, look,
you're not gonna do this,
right? We're not gonna do this, right?
Stop. You're done.
We're not gonna do this, right?
We're done. You're done.
No, you piece of you-know-what, you're done. You're done. That sergeant has now been charged with a felony. All of those cops should be charged with crimes. Every single one of them. You think?
You damn right.
They intervene?
Every single one.
They have a duty to.
Every single one of them should be charged with a crime. Every single one of them. As I said earlier, concealing, harboring, not reporting a crime, all those things that these so-called policemen said that they took the oath to uphold and protect citizens. Clearly, none of them said anything. Notice, and none of them reacted. Not one of them reacted. Folks, I want to go back and look at this again. Not one of them reacted to this. Watch. Not one of them reacted.
No, nobody cares what you're saying.
Nobody cares what you do either.
Not really.
You understand that?
Yeah, I'm not the one out here complaining.
No, that was a say. Nobody cares what you do anymore.
I know, nobody
cares what you do anymore. You understand that?
Lean back.
Nobody cares what you do anymore.
Lean back.
I'm gonna lean back with you home.
Well, look,
you're not gonna do this,
right? We're not gonna do this, right?
We're done. You're done.
We're not gonna do this, right?
We're done.
Absolutely pathetic. Absolutely inhumane. Absolutely. There's nothing you can say. Anyway, I'm gonna like I said, I hope you are paying attention to this, Chuck. I hope you try and convince me. Yes, I will debate you. All I need is this footage right here and 2 more. Yes, I will come to your channel with your 7 dwarfs that you had up there that day. And I will debate. I will use 2 videos to prove my point that there is no way in the world that you can convince the average black man to say that all police should be trusted. Which one? Out of those policemen that we just saw in that video, which one of them is to be trusted? Because none of them did anything. One of them is a sergeant. One of them is the leader of the gang. That's the culture. you may be a part of that culture, and I know I'm sure sometimes it's conflicting for you. As a black police officer, I'm sure sometimes it is conflicting when you got folks coming at you from both ends. But morality has to kick in, and sometimes it says no matter what color you are. That was absolutely wrong. And it should be reported. But as you saw in that video, not one of his compadres said anything for fear of what? Being out of the good old boy network? I think so.
Should be charged with crimes, every single one of them. You think they intervened? They have a duty to. You think they haven't done this before? You damn right they have. Nobody was shocked. This young black male was homeless. He was already handcuffed. You see, these cops don't believe that the community will rise up for people like him. Oh, he's nobody. He's black. He's a black male. He's homeless. Who is he? But see, that black male homeless man has a family, and we're part of that family.
And see, in some parts of these YouTube streets, the mere fact that Dr. Richie is saying that, some folks will be in outrage. In some channels, that would be an absolute outrage. You know why? Because I said in one of these streams that I was in that even the white community, even the Spanish community, even the Japanese, the Chinese community, they still protect their underbelly. They still stand up for the worst of them. They don't leave. Even think about it. Y'all know exactly what I mean. But we're so quick to abandon our folks that are not doing well and attribute it to they're lazy, because that's what we see and what we hear every day. It's okay for the policemen to go out and round up black men, black women that are homeless. It's okay for them to treat them like shit because nobody else cares about them. That's basically what these policemen are saying by doing this and with the camera on. Again, folks, think about this. We thought the body cam was going to do the end all. No. It goes deeper than that. No amount of equipment that you have could prevent this culture. They don't care. They figure it like this: if I kill somebody, I might get off. I got a 90 to 10% chance of getting off and being exonerated, and I can move on to the next neighbor. I can move on to the next neighbor in town, next neighbor in neighborhood, and still continue my career. Derek Chauvin did it. Come on, argue with me. You want to debate this on your channel? Are you sure? Chuck, are you absolutely sure? Do you want to debate me about police brutality on your channel? I don't think so. I don't believe you want to do that, my man. No, not today.
And we're standing up with our family member today. Let me give you some background to this horrific story. Sergeant Eric Huxley. Let's put up his picture. We'll make him real famous today. Okay? You saw his boot, now you see his face. Sergeant Eric Huxley has been charged with battery and official misconduct of a public servant following an incident of excessive force that occurred Friday, September 24th. We do have that body camera footage that you just saw. He has been suspended without pay. The chief has recommended Huxley's termination because he cannot do it himself. There's a civilian board called the Civilian Police Merit Board that has to fire this cop.
And see, there again, it goes deeper. Like I said, it goes a whole lot deeper when it comes to getting rid of these bad cops. These cops are part of the community. They live next door to each other. Those, I guarantee you, those very same people on this board, this civilian board, will not do anything to stand up against what we said. We haven't heard a word from them yet, have we? This didn't happen this morning. It's on camera, folks. Stomping this man out in the head, out of nowhere. If we see this on camera, imagine what we don't see 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago. Imagine what the police did then. Imagine how many black people were murdered that we think that was in a police shootout. How many black men were convicted on drug offenses because the policemen put drugs and planted drugs in their possession. Act like it don't happen, Chuck. So tell me again, which policeman should we trust when they walk up to us? Which one?
Chief has recommended the firing. Let me show you a picture of the young brother who was assaulted by this police officer. His name is Jermaine Vaughn. Jermaine Vaughn, as I said, according to reports, is in fact right now temporarily without shelter. He has no home. The two officers involved in the incident, Sergeant Christopher Kibbe and Officer Matthew Shores, their body camera footage used to investigate this incident. They responded to Monument Circle after a call of disorderly conduct. According to the probable cause affidavit, Kibbe heard Jermaine Vaughn being loud and disorderly and asked him to quiet down. When he didn't, Shores arrested him. While Vaughn was in handcuffs, the body cam shows Shores forced him to the ground. The big question is why he's already in handcuffs. While he was on his back with his hands in cuffs, here comes Huxley. Put up his picture again. Here comes Sergeant Huxley. Kicked him in the face, immediately causing his mouth to bleed.
Folks, that man was knocked out cold. Look at that footage again. He was out cold. Have you ever seen a boxer when they get hit by a blow that's unexpected to them, an uppercut or a straight jab to the right, straight jab from the left, and their eyes just immediately look like they've been smoking crack? That man was out. Number one, the impact from the foot coming towards him and the impact of the foot pushing his head to the concrete. That boy was knocked out cold. Don't sugarcoat it. He was out cold. He didn't move again. And imagine that, because this blow was unexpected. It's a sucker kick. That's what it was. Why wasn't he arrested immediately? Bet he didn't. I bet it until that body cam footage was reviewed, I bet he was on the job the next morning. I know all of these other officers that was with him had to be shitting bricks. Oh, what we gonna do? I can't erase this. It's already uploaded. What we gonna do? How we gonna say? Well, how we gonna put this together? What lie we gonna come up with here? It clearly shows he's in handcuffs. It clearly shows he's not resisting arrest. What we gonna say? He spit on me. He was too close. You feared for your life. What the fuck?
Want to remind you, he's a sergeant. What does that mean? That means he is their supervisor. That's what that means. On the streets, we call them 3 stripes. So he's a 3-stripe. He has years on the job. He's passed the sergeant's exam. He has command over the scene. He is, in fact, their supervisor. Let me show you a picture of the police chief. That's Randall Taylor. He's a police chief. He has ordered an expedited internal affairs investigation, and that story continues to develop. Dina Dahl, attorney at law. What all do you see here?
Well, one, I'm glad the police chief did act very swiftly. It didn't take a lot of public outcry. So that is one improvement here. Second, it's unclear why they were even arresting him in the first place. Just kind of being loud on the street doesn't necessarily make people get arrested all the time. And third, as you said, he definitely was no threat at that point when he was kicked.
Listen, although she is the typical, and I'll go ahead and say typical white woman saying those things, again, she is echoing the sentiment of what's going to say, well, the police arrested him because he was loud, or the police arrested still. Okay, you had him in handcuffs. If he was loud and you arrested him, you had him in handcuffs. So what was the purpose of pushing him back, knowing that, number one, he could not protect himself by holding his hands out to stop himself from hitting the concrete? That's number one. And number two, what was the purpose of once he was on the ground, face up, can't not protect himself with this kick coming to him? What was the purpose of kicking him, regardless of how loud he was? He was no threat. And that's the thing about some of you folks in white America. You always got to think there's something before this to provoke these motherfuckers, and it's not. It's not what we did. It's not what he did. It's not. It's all on them. It's all on these fucked up badass police. Why did policemen always got to get the benefit of the doubt when you clearly see that policeman came absolutely out of nowhere and stomped on that man? That wasn't a provoked. He wasn't fighting the police. He leaned towards the police in handcuffs. So again, Chuck, are you sure? Do you want me to come to your channel? And matter of fact, I won't even use 2 videos. I'll just use this one. Me and Dr. Richie will rip your crew apart. You and the 7 Dwarfs, since y'all like comic books over there. I'll make you look like Snow White when I'm done with you with this. 1 video to prove my point. Watch this again.
No, nobody cares what you're saying.
No, Karen, nobody cares what you do either.
Not really.
You understand that?
Yeah, I'm not
You
the one
understand?
out here complaining.
No, that was a say. Nobody cares what you do anymore.
I know, nobody's out here
Nobody
complaining.
cares what you do anymore. You understand that?
Lean back.
Nobody cares what you do anymore.
Lean back.
I'm gonna lean back with you home myself.
Lick.
You're not gonna do this.
Right? We're not going to do this, right?
We're done. You're done.
We're not going to do this, right?
We're done. You're done.
Not gonna do what? What threat was he? Not gonna do what? See, and that's another thing I noticed about the police. When they got these so-called words, we're not gonna do this, or stop resisting, to, you know, to, I guess, what they, as they say, justify their brutality. That man was no threat to you. The mere fact that you was pushing him by his neck with his handcuffs was enough. The egregious part of it was when he was on the ground and he got stumped in the face and none of you guys did nothing. That's the part that should be sticking out to America, that you guys did nothing. As the police department that's sworn to protect all citizens, you don't get to choose that once you take that oath. You don't get to choose that. All right, folks, I'm getting up out of here. Again, I apologize for the live earlier. I just wanted to get this back, and let's go ahead and get it uploaded. Like, share, and leave your comments down in the comment box. And join me this Sunday from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Music Cafe. Not here on YouTube, but live on the radio station. Classic R&B Jams. Hit the link down there in the description box. You can either come to the listening lounge, or you can just sit right there and listen to the show right there through the main page. And that, folks, have a great afternoon.